when someone is disinterested in what we have to say. If someone is disinterested in what you have to say, hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I got to thinking about when someone is not being all that polite when we're having a conversation, when they're sidetracked, when they're distracted. Now, I'm not talking about if something important has come about and someone has to address something, but if I am out with someone or giving someone my time and especially my undivided attention, and they're distracted on frivolous things, I'm likely going to mention it to them, or I'm going to excuse myself. I remember one time I was out to lunch with a friend, a sort of a friend, and they kept texting and it was different people, and one person they were texting back from high school. It was nothing that was important. It wasn't like they had to text their kids or something came up with their husband or whatever. It wasn't that type of thing. And finally it got to the point is, as soon as I finished my meal, I said, excuse me, I've got to go. And I left and I never did go out with them again for lunch. And, you know, I find that when people are being rude, when we're having a conversation, and if they're constantly sidetracked on frivolous things, I'm just not going to give them my time, probably for a very long time, if ever again. I try to give people my undivided attention. Now, granted, there are things that come up that are important that we have to interrupt other people for. You know, when my kids were little, I have one girlfriend, she has young children, or she had young children at the time, and I had young children at the time. So we were used to interrupting each other. We were used to saying, hey, hold on a minute, I got to see what's going on here. And that was perfectly fine. I have a friend who, you know, whenever my kids would interrupt, you know, and want something, she got a little bit, she didn't like that. Well, I understand that. But in my situation, if she was looking at it, I had small children at the time and I had to interrupt for them. So there's a time to excuse someone's interruptions, and there's a time not to excuse their interruptions and their distractions. I think sometimes some people are just not interested in what we have to say. And if they're not interested in what we have to say, I'm going to find someone that is going to be interested in what I have to say. And I'm not going to give away my time to someone who is disinterested, whether it's sitting on my front porch, whether it's going out to lunch, whether it's a conversation at the water cooler. If someone is not giving me their attention, and they don't have a good reason for it, I'm probably going to politely move on to people who are interested in what I have to say. From my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.